Hey everyone. Okay, so today I'm going to give you two words that you just need to focus on and should really dominantly be associated when we're talking about manifesting money and manifesting success. If you're in an online business or you just want more money in your life, stay tuned. You don't want to miss this. Hey everyone, my name is Kim Velez. I am a conscious life and success coach, and I am here to help you learn the skills to empower yourself and to manifest the life of your fucking dreams. I said that. That is correct. The life of your fucking dreams. All right, so before I dive into these two powerful words that should be the main association when you think of money and success, I do want you to know that if you're interested in learning more of how to unlock your money mindset, success mindset, I have a free workbook. Link is below. I also have a video training that's free in regards to, massive or mindset blocks that are keeping you from massive success in your online business. Everything is below. Okay, so the only two words that you really need to be paying attention to be focusing, to be moving your mind back to over and over again is as follows: excess and overflow. But when you think of money, excess and overflow. When you think of success, whatever that success is for you, if you are someone who has your own business, then success, excess, and overflow. If you're someone that's working for someone else, you still can manifest success in the career that you choose. Excess and overflow. We have to train our brain to think differently when it comes to money and success. We have to train ourselves to be the version of us that if I had this, this is the mindset I would have. When I think of money, I'm always knowing it's an excess and overflow in my life. When I'm manifesting a luxurious lifestyle, it's because I have an excess and overflow of money to easily afford this luxurious lifestyle. It was very interesting to me. The TikTok video that I posted a couple weeks back went super viral, and it was interesting to see all the comments. Now, this video, it probably has more by the time you guys are hearing this, but at the time of the recording this video, I had like 380,000 views on this video, and it was about money mindset. And I shared using how I practice this in my own life, that I always have overflow of money. I don't look at how can I manifest a reality where I save money so I can get what I want, or how do I manifest a reality where the price of something I want gets lowered so now I can afford it. My brain doesn't operate that day if or that way. If you want to have your mind think that way and manifest that experience, that is your prerogative. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. It's just not what I do. What I do instead is, if I want something, and let's say right now I don't have the money for it, I continuously prime my mind to know that this will be mine because I always have excess and overflow and I'll be easily able to afford this. And then I end up manifesting it in my reality and I get to have what I want because my money is always in excess and overflow. So no matter how much money I'm spending, I'm still always in excess and overflow. And this is how I upgrade and level up my lifestyle, my business, just who I am, my mindset, everything. And it was very interesting to me in this video because I gave a specific example of when I upgraded from my Audi A6 to my Maserati, which my Maserati is the most expensive Maserati you can get. It's not the base model. And it was interesting because people, have their own mindsets and their own beliefs. And a lot of people were assuming that because I have this car payment and that I'm driving this $100,000 plus car, that somehow, some way, I don't have enough and I'm broke and I'm going to go bankrupt. And I was like, wow, like, because in their mind, which they're probably living above their means, or they believe I am living above my means, but I'm not. I can easily afford this. I manifested a reality where that car payment, I don't even feel it leave my bank account. It has zero effect on me. So and some people will say, Kim, you're nuts buying a car that expensive. Well, that's okay, because maybe 10 years ago, that would have been nuts for me to do that because of my income level. I wouldn't have been in excess and overflow at that time. but I am now. And so this is how we train our mind to think different, to understand that we get to have more. There's enough for all of us to have that level of lifestyle. There's people that $100,000 car is cheap as fuck to them. They wouldn't even look at that. They drive something even more expensive. So the point of it is that you have to pay attention to your mind. Some people were giving me their feedback that I should have paid cash for that car, which to me is stupid. Everybody has their own opinion, but I would never pay cash for something that depreciates the minute I drive off the fucking parking lot, and I'm already losing value. It's like you just threw money in the trash. And for me, I lease. I've been leasing cars for 15 years now, and it works very well for me because I have freedom and I have options and I'm not stuck. Now, yes, you can buy a car and finance it and own it in that sense, and you can still sell it and pay off the remainder balance and go buy something else if you want. But one of the things I look at when I'm driving my cars is, one, I don't want something until the wheels fall off, because I don't want pressure and stress in my life of when cars start falling apart, that now I have to deal with the maintenance, that I have to deal with, the excessive wear and tear over time. And then I'm going to have to interrupt my day to day schedule and my life and things that I'm doing to fix all these things that start happening the older cars get. That's just my opinion. That's the way my brain works. That's what I prefer. Again, you don't have to do that. I'm just sharing the way I think. So for me, leasing is a great option. Not to mention, I mean, I was leasing before I owned my own business, but it can be, helpful because I do own my own business. But also, I'm not stuck with something. If I don't want the car, I can, turn it in, pay the remainder, or I can go sell it and then, pay the remainder off, transfer the lease, all that stuff, or I just let it ride itself out. And then if I want to buy the car, well, then I'm getting a really good price of something I was the only owner of. And I know like it was taken care of. And then I can buy the car if I want outright or finance it, or I just turn it in and go get a brand new car. So for me, I like options. I told you guys in my other videos, I grew up in foster care. I don't want to be restricted in my life. And I do everything I can as I continue growing and evolving and leveling up my mindset to have least restrictions and least options as possible for myself. So I make the decisions that feel best for me. So I always think in excess and overflow, that I always have excess money. I always have an overflow of money. So whatever the desired purchases are that I want, I can easily afford them. I'm not stretching my income. I have plenty of saved. I have a shit money to invest. I have shit money that I can donate. I'm not living anywhere close above my means. So I think it's really kind of understanding this mindset and then adopting it for yourself. I started working on this mindset before I bought this car. I started working on this mindset before I moved into $1 million property. I started working on this mindset before I was manifesting in the levels of income that I am now. And my income continuously rose and my car payments continue. I got better cars, more luxury cars, more expensive cars, and I moved into more expensive neighborhoods and expensive places to live. So you can too. None of us are restricted unless we have a mindset that's telling us otherwise, right? And even if you can't get it right now, this second, you want to keep training yourself to think in excess and overflow, knowing this is what you get to have. Go big. Like if you had all the money in the world, how different would you be living? What would you be doing? How different would you be? And really start tapping into that mindset, tapping into that version of you, because the outside will have to follow. The more you keep practicing and thinking in terms of abundance, in terms of excess, in terms of overflow, you will start to manifest exactly just that. So, this is the really fun thing. We get to decide what feels right for us. We get to choose the reality we want, and we get to decide how we want to live in that reality. There's some people that, again, no matter how much money they had, they wouldn't spend as much money as they did on the car that I did. And that's okay too. I'm not judging it. So they don't need to judge me, right? Because we all get to decide what we prefer and what works best for us. But again, it's really interesting, the mindset and the way people were drawing conclusions and making their assumptions of that because I have this car payment that I can't afford anything else. And I was like, that doesn't even make sense to me. Like, I have to pay taxes. I have 3 employees working with me. I have Masha I have to take care of. I live in $1 million property. I save a shit ton of money. I always invest in my business. I'm always working on my mindset and hiring coaches to support my own level up mentally. I'm always investing in services and things that are going to help my business flourish and grow. Again, hiring employees. I'm also going to be donating a shit ton of money to an amazing foster care charity that I found. I'm setting the calls and things up so I can get with them and make sure it's the one I want to give the money to and that it's really going to go to the program that they're saying they do with supporting trauma care for children in foster care. So, how fucking exciting is this? Because I have excess and overflow. If I didn't have excess and overflow, I would not be able to make a huge impact in donating. Do you know how full circle this is for me that I was in foster care and now here I am successful as fuck and I get to give back because I have this excess and overflow, because I have the ability then to decide what I want to support and really make a huge impact. Every little bit counts, obviously. Even when I was broke and didn't have a lot of money, I still would find ways to donate, even if it was $50 or 100. I like to give back. So, again, when you have excess and overflow of money, your true core of who you are really comes out more, right? Like your money doesn't make you worse. You are who you are, and it allows you to become more of that version of you in a lot of ways, in the sense of, if you like to give back to your community in different ways, then when you have more money, you can find different options and make more of an impact because you have the excess and overflow. So there's so many things that we get to do when we have excess and overflow. You get to choose who you want to help in your family, how you want to help yourself, how you want to help the community. I mean, my goodness, there's so much stuff. The fact that I get to hire people that love doing what they're doing and that I'm supporting them living their dream life, I'm helping them create abundance in their own life, is phenomenal to me. Like, how fucking lucky are we that we get to create our reality? So when you think of money, when you think of success, whether you're in a business or you just want more money, working in your corporate job or whatever it is, it doesn't matter. You always associate excess and overflow and change the programming and keep the programming to stay focused on excess and overflow. When you have excess and overflow of anything, it's exactly that. There's an excessive amount of it. It's constantly overflowing, and you get to do all these fun things, save a shit ton of money, invest. I'm going to be doing investing in index funds, investing in where you want to invest. Some people might want to buy real estate. I mean, it just buys you more streams of income in passive ways. And again, donating and helping your community, you just get to do a lot. You get to a lot more than you could with not having a lot. And yes, we can still invest on smaller scales when we don't have a shit ton of excess and overflow. So you can still do all those things, but you really want to train your mind to see it in an excess and overflow so you can start generating that and manifesting that experience for yourself. So I hope you found this video helpful. I will see you guys soon. Bye.